What up, though? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Peas, man. Welcome to the Palace. Before we get started with the video, man, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, become a player in the Palace. You know what I'm saying? Where everyone is supposed to be a player. It don't feel like that nowadays because these Detroit Pistons are just, they're god-awful. I'm going to get down to it, basically, what the video is talking about. You see the caption. You see the headline. The Detroit Pistons, even if we get the #1 pick tomorrow, I do not believe we keep this pick. There is nothing you can tell me to where I would believe that we should keep this pick. I can believe us keeping the pick, and I can believe us making the pick. I don't think we should. But first off, a shout out to my man Demetrius Harmon, man, with the great silky, man, the satin lined hoodies. These things are amazing. You see it, bro. So comfortable. The most comfortable hoodie I've ever had. It's worth every penny. But again, getting back to business, these Pistons, they don't show me anything. Cade is gonna request a trade. Cade Cunningham is going to definitely request a trade the way this is going. He is heading into year 4 with the worst record in the NBA. Now, granted, we've had setbacks. We have injury setbacks with everybody, sure. But this season should not have went the way it went with Monty Williams. This season should not have happened. The GM wanted a different head coach. Tom Gores said, let's go get Monty Williams instead. We got the front office bumping heads. I don't believe Dwayne Casey's here anymore. We're looking for a new president of basketball operations. I'm just tired of it, man. Being a Pistons fan, I maybe watched 20 games this season, if that. I can't do it, bro. I absolutely cannot do it. I'm stressed. I'm tired. Man. Well, let's talk about it again. 1 through 5, front to back. Let's talk about it. Cade Cunningham, yeah, he's had some injury setbacks, of course. But he's not going to play games when there's no need for him to play games. You do not need your franchise player playing every single game meaningless minutes. Granted, yes, we need sets, we need rotations, we need to figure things out with our teammates. Cool. End of the season, I can clearly see why we're not playing him anymore. No need. Jaden Ivey is it's a back and forth. It's a tug of war with him, what I'm seeing, because yes, he's made strides. He's done different things. Starting him is clearly better than benching him the way that Monty was doing. He was starting Killian Hayes, trying to really push for a guy who's not even signed. He's a guy who I thought he could have been good, but who knows? For me, it's another Sekou thing. Who knows? I don't know. So now you have Jaden Ivey. You know, reckless turnovers he was having. Granted, Cade was having reckless turnovers too. But at the same time, Jaden's turnovers were reckless. Cade's were more of, he's going to try to get it to somebody who then fumbles the ball to where it counts as Cade's turnover. Cade gets double teamed, ball gets popped. That's how it is. Ausar Thompson, I really am praying that he gets better, because it was just very unforeseen. Blood clots is just very scary, and I hope he's okay. I honestly do, because at first they said it was asthma. Well, no, they said it was an illness at first. Then they said it was asthma, and then that came out. So I'm praying he's okay. Beef Stew, man, that guy Beef Stew, bro. Beef Stew. It's a give and take with him too, but I will say, when we were playing Denver, he looked, I liked having him on the floor. It definitely meant something to me having him on the floor, because it looked like he was making some sort of difference. Having him at the 4 instead of the 5 honestly has helped him in his game. He's shooting better, you know, he's making better decisions, so I'm very happy for Stu. If he stays as a Piston, we'll see, but it looked like him and Cade were the locker room leaders. Jalen Duren is a stud. There's nothing to say about him. He's a young guy. He's gonna be a star. That's all I gotta say about him. I'm happy. Marcus Sasser, man, he can be a real nice backup point guard. He can be. He can be. I can see he can have some good, meaningful minutes. He's a good ball player. He knows how to really just throw it up there one-on-one. He's slicing and dicing. F it, we're gonna throw up a three, bang. He can make them sometimes. He can attack the basket. He can be a little reckless at times too, but he's really good. Give him some time, work with him. He's gonna be good. Fontecchio, I like Fontecchio. If we can keep Fontecchio, that would be so great because he can actually shoot. He can actually play. He's good. I like Fontecchio. I wasn't too mad when we had him at the 4. I wasn't too mad because the way he was able to space the floor so well. It's just our defense kills me, man. Our defense absolutely kills me. But then I started to see along the season they started trying to make strides on defense. But again, man, we're gonna have to see because going into this season, you would not have thought. Nobody could have thought the Pistons would break the record, the NBA record for just being butt. I don't think anybody would think that. And it's very stressful to think, but at the end of the day, what is the point of the Detroit Pistons adding another top 5 pick? What is the point? What is the point? Tell me. What do the Pistons do with the number 1 pick? I want you to tell me in the comments. Logically, give me a reason. Give me a reason that we should keep this pick and not make this trade. Honestly, because it's just so stressful thinking about it. It is. Because none of these guys I feel are going to be It doesn't make sense with me, man. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Alex Sarr is cool, sure, but I mean, it's just I don't see it. I honestly don't. I don't want another international player. I don't want us doing that. I don't want the G Leaguer. Rob Dillingham, cool. We don't need a point guard. What is the point? We need a strong wing. The Detroit Pistons needs to trade this pick for a strong wing that can really solidify this team. Because again, we need that spacing. Fontecchio is good, but he needs to be off the bench. We need somebody. We need a good 3-4 that's really going to spread the floor. Because again, personally, I wish we had Keegan Murray instead of Jaden Ivey. It is what it is. It honestly is what it is. Yes, Cade and Jaden play great together compared when they don't. I understand it, but again, I feel like Jaden Ivey's potential is limited by them two being together. He, I believe, could have sole control of an offense, but it's not. It's Cade's show. With it being Cade's show, it needs to be built around Cade Cunningham, and it has not been. There's nothing to show for the Pistons. There's no development. What development is there? Because the development is wins. If there's no wins, there's no development. I don't care if the chemistry is great, you know what I'm saying? You're acclimated to the city, you like how things are. There's no wins. There is absolutely no point if you're not winning basketball. If you're not winning basketball games, it's pointless. It's not saying we need to win now. Cade is going into year 4. Still trying to develop and rebuild this team. We need to be building this team around him. We need to be placing the players that can truly maximize his potential. We need that. We need the floor spacers. We already have a great rim runner in Jalen Duren. We have to maximize, and you're not doing that by utilizing the number 1 pick by picking. We need to trade it. We absolutely have to trade it. I will be kind of disappointed if we get Tobias Harris. I'm not even gonna lie. I wanted him at first, but after I saw what he did this season, I don't want him back on my team. I don't. If we can somehow get Paul George, Paul George, you think he's gonna do great with the Pistons? You think Paul George is gonna take you to the playoffs? Yes, I think he could. I think Paul George and Cade Cunningham could. Paul George being the number 2 behind Cade Cunningham. Yes, Cade Cunningham is a bona fide number 1 option. I don't care what anybody says. Trade for Devin Booker. If we can trade the number 1 pick for Devin Booker, I'm all for it. I don't care. We absolutely need players that are going to take us to the playoffs and that are great compliments for Cade Cunningham. That's what we needed. We absolutely needed. And again, if you think I'm wrong, let me know what you think in the comments section. Because at this point, nobody has the answers. Gorge doesn't have the answers. Troy Weaver, I mean, he may have the answers, but we don't know because Gore is running the show. He won't even let his GM manage. We won't let him do his job. Monty Williams just looks like an idiot because literally we're running sets to where we have the lead. We're up by 10. All bench unit. It's fine. Let all the let everybody. We're gonna put Fontecchio in. We're gonna put Sasser in. We're gonna put Isaiah Livers in. We're gonna put James Wiseman in. And then we're just gonna wet the bed, lose the lead, and now we're down by 15 when we were just up 10 because you want to put an all bench lineup in and God forbid call a timeout. We're up by 10. They cut the lead. They cut the lead to 6. They hit two fast breaks in a row off of 2 turnovers. Call a timeout. Now we're good. We're up by 3. They just we turned the ball over again. They hit a 3. Call a timeout. No, we're not gonna do that. Jaden Ivey goes up the court, fumbles the ball. Now you want to call a timeout. We're up by 1. Like, that's how the Pistons games goes, and it makes me so angry. There's nothing you can tell. Look, people want to tell me to calm down. Why? We're in year 4 of Cade Cunningham, somebody who can literally take us to the playoffs, who can lead the Pistons out of obscurity and onto the island of relevancy, and yet we have not done that for him. Like, for Pistons fans, I know we are apologizing. I'm sorry, Cade. This is not how we wanted this to go for you. We wanted you to be able to be on that pedestal. This is the guy. This is the guy. You know, you've got Anthony Edwards running roughshod all over the Western Conference because they're actually doing right by him. They have guys that complements Anthony Edwards' game. And now Anthony Edwards is able to shine. Oh, this could be the face of the NBA. It could have been Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham, he still can be the face of the NBA. But guess what? That's hard. That's even harder now that you have worst losing streak in NBA history on Cade Cunningham's belt. He is now a part of that. That is a part of his career now. Because you did not do the due diligence by him. It doesn't make sense. He now is an Adam Morrison. He's now a Gerald Wallace. The Charlotte Bobcats. You know, he's a part of that. Like, that's when you realize, like, that's what you know these people for. They were a part of these losing stretches. They were a part of history in the wrong way. And so now it is time for this front office to truly do something and trade this pick. It's me begging the front office, trade the pick for a bona fide guy. Trade the pick for somebody that is going to be able to complement Cade Cunningham and truly send us to the playoffs this season. You see it. You see the foundation. Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren alone, that combination makes me feel like the Pistons can do something, and yet for some reason we haven't. We've been one stretch for one wing away from going to from actually being relevant. And we have not had that. Like I said, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Again, everyone could be a player in the Palace. Subscribe, join the family, man. Join the Palace. Let me know what y'all are thinking. I got a headache. I'm gonna go back to watching some old Lions highlights. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace out.